Previously on No Reserves Radio.
Oh my God, Angelo! Come on, have some self-respect. The Eagles can't hurt you if you don't constantly pander to them.
Here's the biggest indictment of Dame that I can say. Dame has been so off this year that Rehn went on live air and said Jalen Brunson deserved an all-star start over him.
You are now Angelo Didululo.
Do you think it is possible that the management of the Memphis Grizzlies are just buying into the reckless youth movement and they got rid of the one person in the locker room that probably was telling Ja to knock it off?
Because he's taken advantage of me multiple times when I was younger. That sounded bad. Holy shit.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think you're correct in that assessment.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to No Reserves Radio. I'm your host, Rehn. With me, as always, Angelo, and Austin is back after his little hiatus. Full disclosure, he is under the weather, so if you hear him stop talking, if you're a listener of the show over the past few months...
well, then it's normal.
Yeah, same rules. Same rules as when Ren's talking, is if I stop talking, I'm having a coughing fit because I took forever to get over that whole flu thing. Austin, welcome back.
Hello. I think I have exactly what you had.
Interesting format for the episode tonight. If you're not aware, it's the All-Star break, so there's really not a lot going on. So we're going to talk about news. There is news, it's just not a lot, but we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to try something. If you play mobile games, or if you remember, I think it was last summer when Wordle was really popular, where you would get guesses and you had to it's basically a waste of time game. We are going to play Dribble, which is a game like that but basketball related, and we're going to see how it goes, and it might go terribly, but you'll be along with us for that ride, and if we decide to stop in the middle of it, we have a backup plan. But that's the plan for now. Piggybacking off of last week's episode, did you all see Jordan Poole last night?
What, the travel, not travel?
The travel. It was not a travel. It was straight up a travel.
I did not.
Okay, so I'll break it down real quick for you while you're pulling it up. So 123-127, Wizards versus Pelicans. Pelicans have the lead, right? 30 seconds left in the game. Jordan Poole sprinting the ball up court. Of course, it's clutch time, right? You got to get a shot up before you get to the point where the other team doesn't have a shot clock because you don't want to put them on the line. So he gets past the half court line, and it's in his head he thinks he's going to do a Euro step from 33 feet out, and he picks up the ball, runs 2.5 steps, and then starts dribbling again, and then picks up his dribble again for the continuation for the layup. I've said it before, where with Victor Wembanyama, you tune in because every night you might see something you've never seen before in the game of basketball. It's the same thing with Jordan Poole, just the opposite. He is, at this point, the most meme player, right? There was a few years where JaVale McGee was that guy. JaVale McGee was not getting paid $30 million a year. So will everyone agree with me? The pool is closed. There is no splash. The pool is empty. They're going to turn it into a skate park.
I don't remember me ever being on the pool side.
I don't remember your stances because you've been gone for so long.
So funny.
Segueing a little bit, since Austin is here, let's talk about Austin's favorite player.
Oh, no.
Austin, who's your favorite player?
Chris Paul.
No, oh God, no, Victor Wembanyama. So Victor Wembanyama is the third player with 1,000 points, 150 blocks through his first 50 games, joining Shaq and David Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
He's the first player with 1,000 points, 150 blocks, and 150 assists through 50 career games.
Mm-hmm.
In the last 2 months, Victor Wembanyama is averaging 22 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 3.5 blocks, 1 steal, playing only
He has
27
points.
minutes. 72% in the restricted area, 37% from mid-range, 37% from 3.
I mean, to be fair, I'd hope he'd be good in the restricted area. He's basically there.
Exactly. I don't know. I'm picky.
I'm
Not
picky.
picky.
So are we going to backtrack on our statements that he can't shoot the 3?
What is Wemby's wingspan?
Oh, God.
And 30% from 3 is not shooting the 3 elite like you said he
Isn't
was
it
going
like
to.
8-1 or something ridiculous like
He
that?
shoots
Like,
38% or 37.
Where are you getting these stats?
This is over the last 2 months. This was from Kevin O'Connor.
Okay.
This is
Okay,
over the
okay.
last 2 months. This is after he's adjusted to.
I just looked at his stats and he's 32.
Yeah,
But okay.
this is since he's adjusted to the NBA. He's
Okay,
shooting
okay.
37.6 from
where are
3.
you getting these fake numbers?
Yeah. I know you move goalposts, but damn.
37.6 from
Damn!
3 over the last 2 months. That's a lot of games. Are we going to say he can't shoot the 3 now?
Yeah.
So has your thoughts on Chet for Rookie of the Year changed at all, given the fact that Wemby has the draw and the production?
I think so.
You think so?
I don't think so.
Why not? Like, everything is...
Well, I mean, the blocks to me doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
What's Wemby's wingspan?
8 feet.
What's Chet's wingspan?
Oh my God. It would be easier for you to just pull it up and then have it.
No,
Oh
I
my
want you to
God.
work.
7'6".
You want me to work?
That's it. So Wemby has 6 inches on Chet and only has 13 more blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Blocks don't really matter to me. Wemby doesn't have a main scorer on his team besides him. Chet has Shea, who's having a godly,
It's an MVP caliber season.
MVP caliber season.
I
But
think there's a
points
discussion
are
to be
gonna
had
be-
on the Rookie of the Year if Chet might get it just because the Thunder are a lot more successful than the Spurs.
I think that would be ridiculous. I think you would have to... So you have to have that same sense of understanding that you're saying that, you know...
You do it with the MVP.
Yeah, but MVP is different. Rookie, like,
It-
that's like saying...
MVP saying it's the best player, Rookie is saying it's the best rookie. It's the same thing, but just for first year players.
But it's... Like, the caveat of MVP is your team has to be successful. That's not the case of Rookie of the Year because Chet has a legitimate MVP caliber teammate on his team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
you said it yourself. Victor Wembanyama does not have an MVP caliber teammate. He doesn't even have an all-star. He doesn't even have a star caliber teammate on his team. Correct?
Okay, I think that's a little bit of a stretch.
Who would you put up there?
That would probably be Keldon Johnson, or who was the other one that I'm thinking of?
Keldon Johnson's fringe. I don't... He's a very talented player. I don't think I would put him as a star player.
I'm kind of with Rehn on that one.
Okay, that's fair then.
But so here's the thing: who is the best player on the Spurs?
It's Victor.
It's Victor.
Yeah, it's Victor.
Who's the best player on the Thunder?
It's SGA.
VP caliber Shea.
Right. Who's the second best player on the Thunder?
Chet.
Who do you think it is? Because I think it's Chet.
My man, they were a lottery team before him, and they're a playoff team with him.
I don't know. I
It's
guess
Chet.
I
The
guess I
answer's
could
Chet.
say it's between him and Giddey, and honestly, Jalen Williams has a case as well.
Yeah, they got some good players over there for sure.
But that's kind of the point, is if you are by yourself, if you're isolated on an island, which Wemby is, right? Because there's good players in San Antonio. I'm not saying there's not.
Choose your next words very carefully.
But it's easier to game plan for one player than it is 3, 4, 5 guys, because realistically, the Thunder have 5 or 6 guys that can go out and win a game for you, because now they've got Gordon Hayward as well. So it's a lot. I don't want to say it's easier, because I'm not going to say the season Chet's having is easy. I'm just saying that you have to look at it through that lens, that Chet has a lot of help. It's easier for Chet to go out and be Chet. Wemby's kind of by himself. So you have a rebuttal?
I have a problem with your metrics.
Why is that?
So you are one that is very much, when we did our was it top 5 or top 10?
Mhm.
Top 10.
You were very much against, if someone is on a team by themselves, like Keldon Johnson was last year, you discredited him
Because they
even
have
though he was putting up, even because he was putting up good numbers. But your same damn metric you just used, that there's only one person, they can game plan for him. Why is Keldon not getting the respect, but you're giving Wemby the respect?
Keldon's stats were kind of empty stats last year. Wemby's are not.
But why
empty
is
stats.
Wemby's not? But why not? Because he doesn't have someone on his team.
I mean, that's fair, but
Just your argument isn't consistent.
right.
That's what
But I'm not
getting at.
saying specifically the offensive stats, because Keldon Johnson's a very good offensive player. Not a great defensive player. But we won't get ourselves there. Wemby is showing flashes of both sides. He's a player you build around. You don't build around Keldon Johnson. That's what I mean. It's like Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is probably the number 1 empty stats player in the NBA right now. Good job. You went out and got 30.
Agreed.
Cool. That's Keldon Johnson.
But that's in his entire career, though. I feel like
it's more in view now, because even going back to the Timberwolves, he was just, a very good scorer. It wasn't like he was a focus point, but being in Chicago and the Chicago experiment kind of blowing up, it's a lot more in focus, especially because they didn't.
That was doomed to fail from the start.
I didn't know if it was doomed to fail, because the
think
East was kind of weak at the time. So I could have seen it succeeding in the East, but then letting the West just win the NBA championship every year. But no, Wemby's an all-around player. He's not just an offensive player. Even if you think his blocks are meaningless or whatever, I just think that there's a threshold that you have to cross where it's a certain point, 2 similar players, one is in a more opportune circumstance. You do have to look at it through those glasses. Am I saying Wemby's the better player than Chet? No. I'm saying if you're voting for Rookie of the Year and you're going just off performance, you have to look at it as which one was facing the toughest matchups every night, which one was getting game plans specifically for them. Because if you play the Thunder, yeah, you're thinking about Chet, but your plan is, how do we slow down Shea? That's your focus.
So are you going to bring the same energy for the top 10 list in the offseason?
No, I will. But if we have a player that he's on a bad team and his notoriety is that he scores a lot, yeah, that's going to be Because correct me if I'm wrong. I'll check myself because I'm like,
If it's stats, I have it all up between the two.
Yeah, I have both up too.
well, this is related to Mr. Keldon Johnson.
Oh, I definitely don't have that.
So Keldon Johnson shot 32% from 3 last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's not great.
Guess who's shooting that
Who's
this
shooting 32?
Wemby?
And yes, he's doing better over the season or the
As the
months.
season
I will
has
give you
gone
that,
on.
Ren. I will give you that. But we have to kind of hold our tongues until the end for this one. For his shooting percentage.
We will
at least.
revisit it, but what I'm saying is Keldon Johnson was a very inefficient scorer, and that was all he gave you. Yeah, he got some rebounds, but it was
But, I mean,
like, even if you were to say, "Oh, Wemby shoots a lot," like he shoots, he's a volume shooter, he takes terrible IQ shots. Even if that's right, okay, even if that is correct, you cannot deny his defensive impact. And that's kind of what I'm
no.
saying is you have two
I mean,
players. You're comparing
can't-
two players, and you're saying that, oh, during the summer you didn't put Keldon Johnson in your top 10, and you were saying because he only scored. Yeah, because all he did was score, and he did it inefficiently. Yeah, great.
Well, Keldon Johnson wasn't like my main example. It was like an example.
Right,
He did
but
it to a lot of people.
I did it in terms of scoring, and I'll stand
Yeah,
by
but-
that. Like that will be a soapbox I get right back on. I'm not saying that a complete player by themselves should be isolated. I'm saying if you have a player that goes out and scores a lot on a team that is terrible and they're doing so inefficiently, somebody has to score, right? Jordan Poole probably.
Please explain something to me then.
Mhm.
Okay. So you get an opportunity to explain advanced metrics on this show. Congratulations. Explain to me why Chet Holmgren's defensive win shares is higher than Victor's.
So win share is interesting, and it's kind of difficult to gauge because there's no way to really isolate players. So I don't have any of this pulled up in front of me, so it'd be really hard to explain. But
It's
imagine
2.6 to 2.9, is if you want to know that.
Well, yeah, that's barely a difference. But like your win share is only going to be as good as the team around you. It's just you're going to make that better, if that makes sense. Like you can be an elite defender and not have a high defensive win share because your team isn't winning. Make sense? Like you have to be winning to get win share.
I have a question for you, Ren.
Yeah.
And you already know who the players are, but I'm just curious to see. Would you rather have 20 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 blocks, shooting 47% and 32% from 3? Or 17 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2.5 blocks, shooting 53 and 40, 53 and 39. Like, is the 4 points Wemby gives you and the extra maybe block
Can I ask
worth the inefficiencies?
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Yeah.
Do I get one of the best shot creators on my team as well to open up the floor for that 40% shooter?
I mean, I don't think that matters. But
I think it does. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like you have to. With MVP, we don't care. We look at the pizzazz, right? And that's fair. It's MVP. It's the most important award of the season.
Yeah. I mean,
But
Wemby's only taking 4 more shots than Chet.
But when it comes
It's not like
to
Chet shooting 5 times.
But when it comes to a Rookie of the Year award,
I think Ren's talking more of the quality of shot that Chet gets as opposed
yeah,
to Wemby.
I'm saying that
Got
Shea,
you. I didn't send that
yeah,
one.
Shea is going to open up the floor a lot more for Chet, just because Shea is like the gravity of Shea is probably top 3 in the league. If Shea is cutting to the basket, your help defense is dropping. That's going to open up those corner threes.
That's fair. I'll give you that. I didn't
So,
understand it in the beginning.
so
I'll give you
that's what
that.
I'm saying. Like when it comes to Rookie of the Year, both of them are having amazing seasons. I don't want to say that one
Yes.
of them is having a bad season. I'm just saying that between the two of them, right now for me, it has to be Wemby just because he's by himself. He does not have the benefit of having SGA,
Right.
Josh
And I
Giddey,
can
who's an
agree with
elite
that.
playmaker.
But I'm saying so like the awards are a plot line or storyline driven plot. So do you not think the narrative that the Thunder were, even whether how true or not this is, the Thunder were a lottery team while Chet was hurt and he came back and they're a top 3 seed in the West? You don't think that plays a part in the voters and who they're going to vote for Rookie of the Year at the end of the season,
Spurs
especially
record
if the
right now.
stats are similar?
Have the Spurs gotten 10 wins? They're at 11. Okay.
I can't say because I don't think that that's a fair narrative to say.
But we are in a league of narratives.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a great narrative. I think that's a circumstantial narrative. If he goes down again and they tank or bottom out and then he comes back and then sure. But basketball is a game of runs. We talk about that a lot. It's kind of hard to say how much of an impact he had on that losing streak.
Oh, that's kind of sad. We won't be able to see them go head to head in the finals ever.
Yeah, that's true, unless one of them gets moved. I just
Yeah.
learned a sad thing that Jordan Poole played high school ball in Indiana.
Hmm.
That's
That tracks. That explains a lot.
That does track.
But no, I think if either of them win it, when either of them win it, because I think that it's one of
It's
them
got to
will
be.
lose.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
I'm
still.
not going to be mad over if Chet wins. I'm just saying that I think that if you're voting on it, if you were one of the people voting, you do have to look at it as what kind of team they were on. Because MVP, you are the most valuable player on a good team. Rookie of the Year should be just about that rookie's performance, and the team record be damned, because that's not what the award's about. And if you're on a very, 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 very good team, it's a little bit easier to look better. And I'm not saying he's not good. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you have to view it that way. Make sense?
No, and I'm not saying Wemby's a bad player. I'm just saying he's not going to live up to the generational talent hype.
Time will tell. If the man averages 4 blocks for his career, generational.
He averages nothing else really, then not really. Not saying you won't, not saying you will, but
Oh man,
time will tell.
that Chet Holmgren, that Victor Wembanyama, Rudy Gobert conversation is going to be nice in the future.
yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one. Shifting a little bit. Pistons center Isaiah Stewart arrested after punching Phoenix Suns Drew Eubanks in the tunnels of the Suns arena. Unclear.
What did my man Drew do?
I don't know. It's unclear what sparked the altercation. The NBA is expected to receive footage to review, more to come. Of all the players, like Isaiah Stewart, it kind of makes sense. Like with his personality, he's one of those old school, like grindy players. So like
He belongs on Detroit.
yeah, he's got an attitude, and that's not a bad thing. Like
No, he's a very Detroit
it fits
player.
Detroit. But Drew Eubanks,
But isn't he like 6'8" and Drew is like 6'11"?
Drew kind of got T-Rex on, I think.
That's T-Rex.
I think, unless I'm thinking of a different player. Wingspan. Yeah, he's 6'11" with a 6'11" wingspan. Isaiah Stewart has a 7'4" wingspan. Or 7'5", sorry.
Oh,
But he's 6'8".
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, obviously we don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny because Drew Eubanks is like the last player I think would say something that would get him punched in the face.
Yeah.
He humble bragged about his animations in 2K. I don't even
That's
know
what I
what
was thinking, honestly, because the Drew Eubanks motion style is the fastest one for like 6'6" and up.
For 6, yeah. Caveat.
Kyrie's averaging 29, 6, and 6 with 62% true shooting over the last 15 games. Don't have anything to say about it. Just that's kind of impressive.
The Mavs.
It's the Mavs. The Mavs are really a just solid team to beat. Danilo Gallinari will land with either Los Angeles Clippers or the Milwaukee Bucks. If you weren't following, he got bought out.
I was not
Who was
following.
that? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Gallinari. He's going
Oh,
to either the
Gallinari.
Clippers or the Bucks.
I
Either way,
forgot
great
he was
fit.
even still in the league.
Gallinari's, yeah, I was about to say Gallinari's some Clippers dude to me. That's good change. Then again, the Bucks seem like they're embracing more offense, less defense, so
Yeah.
it could work.
Did you guys see? I don't know if you guys want to talk about it now or in the next episode, but did you guys see that the Warriors tried their damnedest to get LeBron?
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, so that kind of seems like that's where most of the LeBron rumors came from. I don't know. Is there anything that's come out about like what was offered?
Not that I've seen. I know. I think them and the Warriors and one other team. It might have been the Clippers, honestly. I think they came out either through sources or straight up and said that LeBron has expressed interest in taking a lesser deal to play with Bronny if they get him.
Mhm.
I mean, that's obvious. LeBron will sign for vet minimum if he has to, whatever team gets Bronny.
Yeah. I think just about any parent that's in the league would do that if they could.
Yeah, for sure.
Just the storyline alone. Angelo, did the Griffies ever play together? They did, right?
Yes, they have a father-son home run.
Yeah, that's right.
Um,
Father-son alley-oops. Let's do it. I'm here
I mean,
for
it's gonna happen. It will happen. Side note: did you see that there is now a new leading scorer, or not leading scorer? There is the first player in Wizards or on the Wizards since 1997. So this is including the Beal and Ball years or Wall to score 40 points.
Like,
Denny Avdia.
oh,
Avdia.
yeah.
Avdia.
Obviously. No one
Colton
heard about
Angelo.
him.
Yeah, 43 and 15 last night.
Against who?
Pelicans. I had to think.
Yeah, that tracks.
Pelicans
Are they
aren't.
even good this year?
Welcome to our incredibly professional and knowledgeable basketball podcast, everybody. Klay Thompson last night, 12 points for 4 for 14 from the field, -7, and the game-losing foul. Actually, everyone's favorite head coach fell to his knees after the foul. It was kind of funny, actually, but so as we enter the
Great.
final day before the All-Star break, there are only 154 players still eligible for NBA awards. I actually have the whole list in front of me. I'm just glancing through it.
You know what would be tragic? I don't wish it. But if Wemby got hurt like the game before the minimum he needed to play.
Oh my god, I'm gonna go to the bottom and see who can miss the least amount of games.
I know Wemby's played 59 or 49
What is that?
out of 55-ish.
Games available to miss. Jamal Murray can only miss one more.
Nope, he's out.
uh, Tyrese Halliburton and CJ McCollum can miss 3 more.
Uh-oh.
Colin Sexton can miss 4 more.
Who cares?
I'm just looking for like bigger names. Yeah, hey, Zion Williamson, 6 games. He can miss 6 more. So go ahead and count that out. Devin Booker, 6 games. Bam Adebayo, 6 games. Cade Cunningham, 6 games.
Oh no, not Cade.
Laurie Markkinen, 7 games. Just looking for
Okay.
like
I
Donovan
actually
Mitchell, 8 games.
took a deep dive into the LeBron James rumor, and there isn't a formal offer that was leaked.
Okay, yeah. I mean, those
So-
two teams don't leak.
I think
so-
they inquired.
So basically they talked to the Genie Bus. Is that who owns it currently?
Yeah.
Genie.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Warriors called Jeannie Buss, and she said in no uncertain terms LeBron wasn't on the table, and that was the extent of the conversation.
Yeah. They tried. Worst they can say is no.
Do you guys know what AMAs are on Reddit?
Ask me anything.
So NBA refs, like literally just the NBA refs. Okay, that's
Oh no, that was a bad idea.
they did an AMA. Do you know how many questions they answered?
2.
3. They did a full AMA. The questions they answered. Are you ready?
Did we give LeBron special treatment? No.
No, that was probably a question. These are the ones they answered. Do more referees come from the men's side or women's side of officiating, or both?
Oh,
The answer
no.
was, although we have officials that began their journey refereeing men and women's basketball, every NBA official is trained in the NBA G League. That's like the least answer I've ever seen. Question, what are the components of a legal screen? Answer is, it is the legal action of a player without causing undue contact which delays or prevents an opponent from reaching a desired position.
Movement. The answer is movement.
Final question. What would NBA officials say is the toughest rule in today's game?
Oh God.
The answer, the toughest rule, and I guess I actually kind of agree with this a little bit. Because of the speed and pace of play, out of bounds decisions are some of our most difficult decisions. I can see that because you're trying to keep an eye on 10 players at once moving around in a ball that's whipping every direction to also look for contact, but see if that person's toe crossed the line and went out of bounds. I can see that being a difficult one.
Yeah.
I'll accept that as an answer. But those are the only questions they answered.
Can you imagine the NFL did that one, Angelo?
Oh no.
One little
That would go equally as terrible.
Yeah.
So what would be the hardest call in football, do you think?
Pass interference.
I think the hardest call in football.
Controversial.
Pass interference is the most controversial, but quite honestly, I think it's knowing when to make a call and when to not. Because to be quite frank, if you wanted to go by the letter of the rule book, you could call holding on basically every possession.
That's very true.
It's knowing when to call holding, when to be disgraceful. Like the Super Bowl, this was actually a segment on the football podcast. We thought that the Super Bowl was one of the best ref Super Bowls in a while because the refs basically took an active. What's that?
They took the whistle out of their mouth.
Exactly.
I even watched.
So unless it was obvious to basically everyone watching that, yeah, that's pass interference. They didn't blow it. They let the players dictate the flow of the game.
Which is really how it should be, unless something's glaring. I feel like
Especially
pass
in final
interference.
setting.
I feel like pass interference it should be an easy call.
Oh, Gallinari just signed with the Bucks, by the way.
Oh, breaking news! You'll hear about it in 3 days.
Yep.
Well, you'll hear about it from us in 3 days. But it seems like because once the ball's in the air, you theoretically would take your eyes off of everyone else and just watch the play down the field because that's what's important. Because like, who cares about a holding in the backfield at that point?
Right.
and it should be pretty obvious to see when there's illegal contact, but I guess speed of the game, angles, it does make it a little harder.
100%.
Hockey, I'm going to say charging.
You're bad on the NHL.
It's not my fault they call charging wrong every time. Baseball, strikes, I'm guessing.
Strikes are actually really like accurate. The last time I looked at umpire accuracy, it was in the high 90s as far as balls and strikes go.
What about like
I think
what-
quite honestly, like safe and not safe, I think would be the hardest because it's not always straightforward. So like unless it's a force play, the defender has to catch the ball and tag the runner. It's not just, I'm stepping on the base, I caught the ball, they're out. You
Right.
physically have to tag the runner unless it's a force out. So I think those calls are probably the hardest calls to make,
makes sense?
especially if like you got a bad tag and the runner, even though the runner came in late, the defender didn't tag. I think that's honestly the hardest.
Soccer, probably offsides, just because
Yeah.
you have like 30 players moving around the field.
Yep,
Yeah.
and the players dictate offsides.
Yeah.
I think that's probably actually the hardest in any of the sports.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, like that would be really hard to like constantly keep an eye on.
Yeah. Unless you
Um,
have someone just literally just tracking the last
yeah, lineman,
guy all
but-
the time.
even then, the pitch is like what 50 yards across.
That's true.
There's a lot of room for errors there.
We should just improve it with computers. We're able to in this day and age.
Absolutely, should. I mean, that's so. Did you guys see? Like, getting us back to basketball, the court that they're playing on for the All-Star game.
I've been like keeping it.
Oh, the Ugo court.
Waiting.
So, well, I'm gonna talk about
community
it. because-
I know
Creation
it.
court.
I know it's LED, but like I haven't like looked at pictures
So-
of it. Is what I'm saying.
So it's basically it's a screen. Okay, so you take a screen and you lay it flat and you play basketball on it. Crazy, right? But sorry, coughing fit. They've like basically ingrained the top of it with translucent sand so that it has traction. So it feels like a real court or a traditional court, I guess, because it is a real
Cool.
court. It's going to basically be the Jumbotron on the floor. And I don't know what it's going to look like during the game. That's one of the things that I think I'm most excited for is that first possession. What are they going to do? Is it just going to overlay like Gainbridge Fieldhouse's floor? Or are they going to get crazy with it? But the cool thing is because this is basically a massive touchscreen, is we're going to be able to get like live feedback on player speed, player movement, jump heights. And I'm interested to see like if this were to work well, like if the players say, it felt like we were just on a normal court, how far they can go with it in terms of player tracking to where we could eliminate that most difficult call that is out of bounds, because we're able to see where those players were at that point of time, or even like the James Harden jump and kick his legs forward foul, seeing where he jumped and where his defender jumped, and then where he landed and where his defender landed, and be like, okay, his defender went up and down and he kicked his legs forward. Flopping, James Harden, technical foul. Great idea. Modernization. Great idea.
So I gave in and I looked at it. I hate it
Why?
because all I'm imagining. We're explicit, right? Yeah.
Yes.
All
Yeah,
the
we're
stupid
explicit.
shit they do on 2K, they can now do in real life.
Yeah, but they could do that anyway.
I'm just imagining the shot clock appearing on the other side of the court, letting people know that it's ticking down.
Yeah. Or Club 2K, where the floors have like graphics on them while
Or
you're
the
playing.
Ruffles 4-point line.
Or they could put like new rule change. You get a technical foul, the other team gets 4 minutes with a freaking 4-point line, and it just appears on the floor. Boop. 4-point line.
That would actually be kind of cool.
That
Not
actually would be kind of
That
dope.
actually was kind
Terrible.
of a good idea.
NBA, if you're hiring, I got you. That's actually not a bad idea.
I actually like that.
That could be like a 2K game mode. When we're done here, I'm gonna actually go submit that in the suggestion box to 2K for a future event.
The trash can.
The trash can. What?
Okay.
The trash can.
That took me a second. Hey, you guys want to play a game?
Yeah.
Do you want to build a snowman?
And copyright.
Okay, so don't mess with the mouse. So I've been staring at this one, so I have it pulled up on my computer, not my phone.
I have one too.
But I have the
Lord.
daily. I have the daily one, and I've had it pulled up since we started the episode, and I've been staring at it, and for the life of me, and you guys might hear these two players, and it just clicks for you, but I haven't been able to think of one. So for those of you at home, you can play along. You can't guess with us because I can't hear you. So I can't put your answers in to see if you're right. I will be sort of abstaining from playing unless I feel like you guys are stuck, and then I'll jump in. Just because I'll be the mediator. So the way this game works is I will give you two players, and you have to guess or name a mutual teammate that they both had. Okay? So let's say I'm trying to think of a really stupid one.
LeBron and Anthony Davis. Not LeBron and Anthony Davis. What was I thinking?
So LeBron and Kyrie, right? So you have to name a player that played with LeBron and played with Kyrie. Not at the same time. It doesn't have to be at the same time, right? So who would be?
Kevin Love.
Kevin Love. So Kevin Love is an answer. Now, LeBron and Kyrie played with Kevin Love together, but it doesn't have to be that way. It can be someone that LeBron played with in his rookie season and Kyrie played with in his rookie season, and they never played together again. Okay? It's a really simple game. It's really stupid. We don't know how well it's going to translate to this, so we'll do a round or two and see how it goes, and then go from there. So the first players, are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
So the first players are Jaylen Brown and Duncan Robinson.
Oh, that's the one I've been staring at the whole time too.
Yeah, that's the dribble of the day.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Duncan Robinson, so it would have been one of those early Miami teams. So
I want to say Horford, but he never went to Miami, right?
is Ryan Anderson the answer? Did Ryan? No, it's Kelly Olynyk. Kelly Olynyk. Never mind.
Yeah.
Scratch everything I just said. Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah.
Hold on, my mouse isn't working. There we go. Kelly Olynyk. It is Kelly Olynyk. Okay, and I can only do that once. So give me 1 second while I pull Dribble up on my phone. In the meantime,
You only do one. That's stupid.
You can only do so on the website. You can only do the one for the day. You have to go to the app because they want you to use the app because you either pay for the free version or you pay for the pro version or you get ads. New game.
So is Rehn cheap or is Rehn?
I mean, I'll buy the freaking pro version right now. I don't care. Lonzo Ball and Russell Westbrook. Lonzo Ball and Russell Westbrook.
So it could be from like rookie Lonzo, that Lakers team but it would have had to been someone that obviously was on that rookie.
Did Russ play with Kuzma?
On Washington, yes.
Oh, so it's not Kyle Kuzma, but now you're looking for a teammate between Kyle Kuzma and Russell Westbrook.
That's Bradley Beal, but...
Oh, is it Bradley Beal? It is Bradley Beal.
Look at us go, Angelo.
What did you do?
Good team.
I led
good
the fish
teamwork.
to water.
Hold on, I'm refreshing because sometimes it gives you ones that are like 40 years ago to now, and you have to guess through like 30 people, and it's not that.
Wilt Chamberlain and Udonis Haslem.
This one, okay, so this one, on paper, this one sounds hard, so I'm gonna give it to y'all and see if you can do it. Steph Curry to DeLon Wright.
They play on a team together.
Did they?
I'm pretty sure DeLon Wright played on the Warriors.
Did Patty Mills play on the Warriors? No.
No, they
I'm
did
thinking of
not play on
Deron-
a
I
team
was thinking of
together. I'm
Deron
tripping.
Williams. Not
I'm
DeLon
tripping.
Wright.
Who are you thinking of? Because
Me?
I'm thinking of a very obscure player. I'm sure that is
Oh.
just
yeah.
known by the freaking Warriors fans. So
for the record, he's played for the Raptors, Grizzlies, Mavericks, Pistons, Kings, Hawks, and Wizards.
Jesus, journeyman.
Yeah, no, DeLon, really solid defender.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of underrated.
this is going to be hard because honestly, the Steph Curry thing is obvious. It's finding the DeLon Wright teammate.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
right.
finding someone that played on the Warriors.
So I think you would want to be looking for one of those early
This would be a
Warriors
hell of a
teams.
poll. Did Shelvin Mack ever play for the Warriors?
Jesus, that's not a name I've heard in a long time.
He did not. Never mind. I just looked up Shelvin Mack.
You know who I thought it was for a
the file folders for that one.
second?
What?
In my head, I thought
Willie Cauley-Stein.
Willie Cauley-Stein. It is Willie Cauley-Stein. For some reason, like, my head went to Iguodala. And I don't know why. I thought that because where did Iggy go after the Warriors to the Heat?
Heat?
Yeah.
The Heat, maybe?
For some reason, in my head, I saw him with DeLon Wright, but then I remembered DeLon Wright never played for the Heat.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Antoine Jameson. That's a name.
Oh, God. Okay.
No, I'm not doing that one. Miles Turner to Tobias Harris.
So
Not
Miles
one.
Turner is
Healed?
obvious. It would be anyone on the Pacers.
Buddy Healed?
Let's see if it's updated.
That might be a good one.
Yeah, it updated. That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Austin got one.
Austin got one. That one was easy though.
Yeah, I forgot Buddy Hield was traded to the Sixers.
Oh God,
Yeah.
Vince Carter and Tyson Chandler. That
could be like half the NBA.
No, we're not doing that. Brandon Ingram to Kyle Lowry.
So it would be Kyle Lowry. Well, I mean, Brandon Ingram did play like a year for
LA.
Yeah. Probably be. It'd probably be like tail end. It would probably be like tail end.
The worst part is, I want you to realize this is anyone that is playing along at home is probably shouting the most obvious answer right now.
Yeah, probably.
But the pressure's on for you guys to get it, so that we don't have a lot of quiet time.
True. Well, I've been trying to talk. Brandon Ingram to who? Oh, it's Kyle Lowry.
I feel like this one is obvious to me, but like I can't think of it because I followed Kyle Lowry so closely for a while.
Why did you follow Kyle Lowry?
I like those Raptors teams. And then he went to the Heat, trader.
He went to the Heat, trader. It wouldn't be.
I feel like the hard part here is Brandon Ingram.
Yeah,
it is.
Oh,
it is.
sure.
Because even though Kyle Lowry has only played for 2 teams, well, 3 teams, but 2 teams, he's had a long career, so there's a lot of people that can be the options there. So
Wait, it was 2 teams or 3 teams?
Kyle Lowry.
Like, what were the teams?
The Raptors, the Heat, and then he was on.
The Rockets and Memphis.
Oh, he was on Memphis. I don't remember him being on.
Yeah, he
He
was
got
on
drafted by
Memphis early in his
Memphis.
career.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
on there
he-
for 2 years.
Oh, he was averaging like 5 points per game. That's why.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah.
And he wasn't Kyle Lowry.
He played 82 games, though.
Did Dwayne Dedman ever play with?
Ew.
Oh, that is an oople.
Not Dwayne Dedman.
Is there anyone that recently came from Miami or came from New Orleans to Miami?
Oh, was Terrence Ross ever on that Pelicans team?
I don't think so.
It doesn't sound right, but I'm gonna guess it.
No, I don't think so.
That was a.
So,
There's no way about that.
I knew I should have skipped this one.
was
What happened?
yeah, you should have.
I can hit
Did
the button, but I'm not letting you bitch
No.
out early.
We're not giving up. Fuck that. I'm trying to think. I'm
God,
trying to
man.
focus on
Hey guys,
Pelicans
while
pitching.
they're thinking, I'm going to use this time to go ahead and remind you to follow the podcast on whatever platform you're on. Leave us a like, review, any of those sorts of things. Make sure you click the little notification so it lets you know when we post. We have a set schedule. We release Sunday and Thursday for sure, but we do occasionally release Tuesday episodes. But the easiest way to know when we do that is to hit that button. Follow us on
wait a
social
minute.
media.
I'm
at
missing the
Noah
most obvious one, isn't I?
He's interrupting.
I
me.
am. It's
At
freaking
Noah
Valanciunas.
Oh. 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 Yeah. That's See, that was what I was saying. Like it felt like there was an obvious answer and that everyone at home was going to be screaming it at their phones. Like
Valanciunas.
that is hilarious actually.
They suck.
Okay, I'm going to give you guys the option to veto. You each get one veto. So if you don't want to do one of these, you say it and then we
Okay.
skip. This one, I think this one's actually fairly easy. Al Horford to Aaron Gordon.
Hold on.
Al Horford to Aaron Gordon.
But anyway,
I don't
what I
like
was
when you
saying.
say it's easy because it freezes my head.
Like I was saying, follow us on all socials at No Reserves.
Jeff Green.
Simple. I typed in Hef Green. Shockingly, Hef Green was not the answer. Neither was Jeff Green.
Really? That is actually kind of shocking because I should have
Man's
swore
played
Jeff
for
Green played
everything
enough.
except Al Horford. Do we think it's Nuggets Gordon or do we think it's Magic Gordon?
I think it's
Was Horford on the Sixers when Markelle Fultz was?
no. I don't believe so. I can guess that, but you're one guess in.
No, it's fine. If it didn't spark it for Angelo, I don't trust it.
Okay, that's fair.
Ah.
Al Horford. I keep trying to think of Boston players. Maybe I need to go to Al Horford real quick. I want to see Al Horford's career. So
Al Horford's
maybe,
been around.
yeah, maybe the answer. Say it again. Al Horford to who?
Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon. So we're looking for someone on the Magic or the Nuggets.
Yep.
Yeah. I looked it up. It's not Fultz.
You're not supposed to look it up.
Well, I looked up like where Fultz was.
Oh.
They were 1 year off.
I mean, it's still kind of cheating, but I'll allow it.
Wasn't gonna say it if it was right. I would have found the other teammate. I looked for another teammate. Okay.
God damn.
I know this is hard. Do you know it, Ren?
I think so,
Okay.
but
You do.
Interesting.
I think so, but I'm not going to.
Who's been on the Nuggets
Wait.
lately?
I may have a poll.
What?
I won't. No, he never played for Boston. Holy shit.
Who? I guess I'm a
Well,
damn
who?
owl.
I was gonna say Glenn Robinson III, but he never played for Boston.
Okay. Thank you. Daniel Tice never played for the Nuggets, right?
Y'all are gonna hate it because this is one. If I'm right, it's screaming in your face. Do you guys want me to make a guess?
I gotta guess.
Who's your guess?
Kyle O'Quinn.
That's actually a good guess. That's not who I had.
Kyle Quinn, and then
It is Kyle
Because-
O'Quinn.
I'm
But
about to
do
say
you
because
wanna know-
Kyle O'Quinn was on the early Magic.
So
Go on,
I'm gonna click because you can see the top answer.
Uh-huh.
The top answer was Tobias Harris. Everyone
How did I
forgets
miss Tobias?
Tobias Harris played for the Magic.
I forgot about that.
Everyone did. That's why I was saying like this one's like it's real quick and easy.
I forget about Tobias Harris, so it's fine.
Hey, Tobias Harris to Devin Vassell.
Angelo, that's all you, buddy.
So
I mean, that should be pretty easy. Devin Vassell is still really young.
Mhm.
That's right.
I'm literally just trying to think of
Yeah, I'm
any
just,
last year 76ers got added to the fucking Spurs. I don't think so though. Wait. Who did Furkan Kuzma get traded to?
like this year.
Oh,
The
the Pacers. Korkmaz got traded to the Pacers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor buddy.
I was about to say, I know he played for them. Because I had a weird obsession with him on 2K. Furkan. He had a good shot.
Well,
You're so weird.
So,
I'm gonna. Do you want a hint?
kinda.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a hint.
Okay.
Furkan Korkmaz is a great guess, but think of a different oversized guard with a weird name.
A different oversized guard with a weird name.
It's Sibely.
No. What?
No, it's not Ty Bully.
You said a weird name.
That's not a weird name. That's a French name.
Jake Milton wasn't oversized guard. Weird name.
Or am I? Hold on. I might be mistaken. Hold on. I could be mistaken. Give me 1 second. Let me double check
Possible.
who I thought it was.
Wait, I just want to make sure. Who are we talking about again as the other
Devin
player?
Vassell and Tobias Harris.
Devin Vassell.
Yes.
Okay, so
Is he?
for the record, the player I thought it was, it's not. I was thinking Thomas Satoransky.
That's a good one.
It's not. I just for some reason remember him in the Sixers colors.
Did he not play for the Sixers?
He didn't. He played for the Wizards though, which is where I'm getting the red, white, and blue from.
Oh. No, I saw him in a Sixers jersey too.
Did Rudy Gay ever play with
Rudy
Tobias
Gay played
Harris?
with everybody.
Yeah,
do you
so I
do
guess
with
that's
this
You know what?
easy.
I'm wasting a guess. I'm putting Rudy Gay. It's not Rudy Gay. That's probably the one combination that isn't Rudy Gay as an answer.
It's not Jeff Green, is it?
This guy.
Could it be?
Well, he didn't link to Tobias Harris last time, but No, Tobias Harris wasn't it last time. That was the answer. Spurs.
Josh Richardson.
Sure, that's a good guess.
Play on the Spurs though?
Yes.
That is the correct answer. Yeah.
For like half a season. Yes.
I mean,
Oh.
John, that's another one. Like you can always answer with just those journeymen, and you have a good shot of getting it.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
The top answer was Marcus Morris Sr.
I never got. I'm not gonna lie. Morris has been in so many places. I can't even. I don't even know what the difference between him and his twin is as far as teams go. Couldn't tell you.
The last name.
Couldn't tell you.
Do you remember? Do you remember there was the conspiracy theory a few years ago that they switched jerseys in the playoffs?
They confirmed it.
Oh, they did.
I don't know about in the playoffs, but they confirmed they've done it before.
Where like they play for the other team.
Yeah, like because Markieff is kind of ass, and Marcus was okay for a while, so Marcus suited up in Markieff's jersey during the playoffs. This one's interesting because there's a lot of possibilities with it. Anthony Davis to Mike Conley.
Mike Conley. So it would have to be like I'd say, where has Mike Conley obviously has the big run in Memphis, and he has the big run in Utah.
Jazz.
Big run.
Huh?
Big run.
Yeah, he played like 4 seasons, didn't he?
Call me stupid. Why do I see Conley in a Heat jersey?
Because you're
A
stupid.
Heat jersey?
Yeah. I think
He never played for the Heat.
I think I played too much 2K.
That man is like the furthest thing from hashtag Heat culture.
Isn't he on Minnesota now?
He is on Minnesota now.
Stupid.
Okay.
I know I said I wasn't playing, but is the obvious answer here Jordan Clarkson?
Yes.
Is that the right answer, though?
Yes. No, it's 100% the right answer.
It's not the right answer.
It's not the right answer?
That's what I was trying to think, because I couldn't remember if Jordan Clarkson was in
I
LA.
have a crazy one.
What's that?
Okay. Where did Lance Stevenson go after the Pacers?
LA and Memphis.
No, you did exactly. After the first stint, after LeBron was in Miami, he went directly to Memphis, and then LA signed him like last year, a year before.
The answer was fucking Lance Stevenson. Jesus Christ. I'm curious. Let me get to it. What was the top answer, though? Marc Gasol. That's obvious.
That an easy one.
Oh, this one's Jeremy Grant to CJ McCollum.
Jeremy Grant. So CJ McCollum's been to 2 places that I can recall. He's been to the Trailblazers and he's been to the Pelicans, right?
Yeah.
So wait, is it like Dame?
Was Jeremy Grant there? Yeah.
Yes, it's like Dame.
That was the answer. For some reason, even though Dame just got traded, it feels like he's been gone forever.
It does.
The top answer was Carmelo Anthony.
What? Dame wasn't the first person? Wow.
So
crazy.
There is like a scoring system, so people go for the high scores. So like the more rare your guess, the higher your score. And we already did an Al Horford.
Yeah.
Okay. Russell Westbrook to Linus Kliza.
To Linus Kliza?
I'm going to go ahead and veto that one. Kevin Love to DeAndre Hunter.
So it would have to be someone who was on the terrible Hawks at some point, who also probably played for the Cavs. Actually, probably someone either this year or last year. So who's on the Hawks now who played for the Cavs?
Or the Heat.
Oh yeah, Kevin Love.
Timberwolves.
The Timberwolves, I feel like most of those players are not on that Hawks team.
Who's DeAndre Hunter with now?
The Hawks.
The Hawks. Who was he from?
Cavs.
The
Cavs
Hawks.
that played
Oh,
with
only Hawks. Gotcha.
Cavs that played with Trae Young. Cavs that played with Trae Young. No, not Kevin Herter. Kevin Herter never played for the Cavs. Those Cavs that played with Trae.
Corver?
Not a Cav.
What?
Not a Cav. Oh wait, no, it is Corver. It is Corver. Never mind.
It's not Kyle Korver, but now we're looking for a teammate of Kyle Korver and DeAndre Hunter.
Kyle Korver and DeAndre Hunter.
And there's a lot of players that could be.
I swear to God, if it's Al Horford, I'm done.
Let's talk about the fact that the Cavs fan didn't remember Kyle Korver playing for the Cavs for like 4 years.
Yeah, it was on the LeBron run.
The best part, he has Corver on that team too, in that league.
Yeah.
Hawk.
Is it Vince Carter? Because Vince Carter is the answer to everything.
I mean,
Vince ever play with?
it's not the answer.
Okay. We're looking for DeAndre Hunter Kyle Korver and Kevin Love.
DeAndre Hunter.
Oh, DeAndre Hunter and Kyle Korver.
Yeah.
But it's Love and Hunter for like the
original question.
yeah.
God, I'm struggling on this one.
It's gotta be an older Hawk.
Could it be?
I mean, Jeff Teague probably played
I was
with
gonna say
Korver and.
Teague. Or did Pat Bev ever play with the Heat when Love was there?
So I was gonna say,
Or Dennis Schroeder?
Well, I know Jeff Teague played with Kyle Korver.
I was gonna say, like if I was guessing, I would guess perhaps Clint Capella.
That's a bad guess.
Oh, I never played with Love.
True.
Just guess Jeff Teague.
Teague's a good one.
Yeah, it has to be Teague.
It is Jeff Teague.
What's the other? Is Schroeder on the other ones?
Hold on, I'm pulling it up now. Top answer, Rajon Rondo.
Rajon? I do not remember Hawks
Yeah.
Rajon Rondo.
It was a fever dream, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That one's boring. Oh, Rondo was on the Hawks.
He was on the
It
Hawks
must
for
been, like,
less
for a day
for
or two.
27 games.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he went to the Clippers.
DeAndre Hunter to Kevin Love. Wow, that one's hard. And a lot of like old ones. Jabari Parker. That's a name I haven't thought about in like 2 years.
At least two.
How many teams did Jabari go on? Because I know he got drafted by the Bucks.
Yeah. Wasn't he? He wasn't with the 76ers at one point, right?
No.
I'm thinking of Shaquille Okafor. That's what I was
Jesus,
thinking
I
of.
pulled it up just to see Bucks, Chicago, Washington, Atlanta, Sacramento, Boston.
Oh,
You know,
God.
if Jahlil Okafor played like 10 years earlier, he's an all MVP or all NBA
Everyone
player.
keeps saying that, but quite honestly, I question it. I actively question it.
I don't. It's
How?
like all of those players, like
Hold on.
those centers, because we had that wave of centers, the Roy Hibberts, the Jahlil Okafor, Nerlens Noel. Like, you go watch college tape of Jahlil Okafor and his freaking footwork. It gorgeous. Problem. He couldn't stretch the floor like Mitchell Robinson stretches the floor better than he did. That's an insult.
That's a pretty bad insult.
That's a really bad insult.
You guys want to do one or two more?
Yeah, let's do one or two more. Let's see how long it takes us to get through this one. Marcus Smart to Buddy Hield.
So you can actually use players who are on the 76ers now.
Yep.
Oh, and the Grizzlies.
Yeah, no shit. He's been on the Grizzlies since the start of the season.
Yeah.
So have any Grizzlies played with Buddy Hield?
Brooks has not. He's not a Grizzly anymore. He never played Marcus Smart, actually.
Actually, there's a really, I think, easy one.
For which side?
What?
Like, easier to that we'd recognize it with Hield, or easier that we'd recognize it with Smart?
Let me fact check. Both.
It's not Tobias Harris, right?
It's not Tobias Harris.
It's not a Morris twin.
It's not a Morris twin.
It just gotta check my bases on that one.
Is it a former Pacer? Is it Aaron Neesmith, your little pet project?
Oh, that's not who I was gonna say.
But yeah, but yeah.
That is correct. I was saying Malcolm Brogdon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah! I
Yeah.
forgot Brogdon was a Pacer for a hot. No.
Joe Johnson was the top answer. All right,
Joe
let's see if we get a really quick one real quick, just because I am having fun.
Yeah, I didn't fail.
I remember the small little mini rants about Aaron Neesmith and how the Pacers are good at getting depth value in the second round.
Hey, you can't, like, Aaron Neesmith's up like 4% around the rim finishing this season. Dropping like 22 in games. I'm telling you, the Spacer team, you're sleeping on them. Next year, we will be a contender. Mikal Bridges to Kawhi Leonard. That should be pretty quick.
Bridges was on the Suns.
And now the Nets.
So first off, did the Suns ever have PG? No. Russ? No. Harden? No.
Any Toronto kids?
Like Kawhi Leonard to who again?
Oh, Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges.
Bridges. Okay, Bridges. Okay.
There's a lot of people it could be.
Did Chris Paul ever play with Kawhi? No, or did he have a championship?
No.
I
I don't know. I don't know if Kawhi have been playing enough games to qualify for a championship.
Wow. The shade. Shade. DeAndre Ayton didn't somehow magically play with Kawhi.
Oh my god. Wait, no. Never mind.
Did Kelly Oubre ever play with Kawhi after he got taken off the Suns and went to like a million places? That's probably not a good guess.
I mean, Kelly Oubre is like one of those guesses that you just guess to throw something at the wall and hope it sticks.
Who are we comparing again, Angelo?
What's that?
Who are we comparing again?
Kawhi Leonard and Mikal Bridges.
I know. I just like to hear you say Kauai.
Kawhi? Kawhi? Was any of the Nets from last year a current Clipper? Is it a Morris twin?
You already asked that, didn't you?
No, you asked that on the last one.
Oh, okay.
I plead the
Wait!
fifth.
Wait! They just traded him! Seth Curry! Seth Curry.
That is... It disappeared. I don't know if that was correct. You can check it because it disappeared. I will tell you.
I'm checking it right now.
The one I was saying was Marcus Morris.
So it was a Morris twin.
Yeah, that was one that I figured. I would need to check it, but
And go to Seth Curry.
I already have it up.
Okay. I think I might be wrong.
22-23, 22-23. It depends when Curry was. Yeah. No, yeah, that would work.
What?
For Mikal and Seth checks out.
I'm looking at Seth right now, and I don't see a Kawhi team on here. So I definitely got that wrong.
Marcus Morris it is. All right, that went. I got my phone. That went better than expected.
For sure.
Yeah, I expected that to be more like bad, but we actually had fun with it. Hey guys, just a warning. Depending on the rest of the week, there's not going to be a lot of content next week, so we might just do another filler episode and maybe do a different game next week. Or we'll do
next week on football is going to be fun. Alex wants to talk about mock drafts for the NFL draft. So
right, we'll figure something out.
yeah,
worst
for sure.
Worst, we'll have some other form of game. We might do that again at some point. I don't think we would do that in back-to-back episodes, though.
That's fair.
But there's plenty of little like games like that, or we can do. Like, we haven't done a no reserves draft for a hot minute, so
We haven't.
So maybe we'll.
Rehn hasn't got embarrassed, and by Austin. Austin usually wins those drafts.
He does. He's won, I think, 2 of the 3 we've done.
Yeah. Who won the third one? Me or you?
It was you. I haven't won one yet.
You haven't won a draft yet.
I thought for sure the second rounders I was gonna win just because 2K like prioritizes defense, and I went heavy as shit on defense.
Trash.
It didn't work, but
so
that's all the time we got. Oh, what?
Rehn is titleless. That's what I heard.
I'll win next one. I'll rig the shit. I don't care.
That'd be Ren's
now watch me win it, and then you're all gonna say I rigged it. So
it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
Well, that's all the time we've got this week, guys. Angelo will see you on Thursday. Austin and I will be back with him next Sunday. Have a great week. Enjoy the All-Star game that's happening the night after you listen to this. So if you listen to this on Sunday, All-Star game will be that evening. Who you guys got, East or West?
I'm Cavs, so rocking the East, baby.
Yeah, same. I think the East are better constructed. Not just saying that because
West got it.
I'm you. You're wrong.
They lost Embiid, so I think the West got it.
East has Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh no, not Tyrese.
Yeah, that's what everyone on the West is going to be saying as Tyrese wins All-Star Game MVP. I've got Mac McClung winning the dunk contest and Wardell Stephen Curry winning the 3-point contest.
Yeah. I wanted to say I'm going to go with Sabrina, but no.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Y'all will have all those answers by the time this comes out, but enjoy the All-Star Game. It's pointless and stupid, but it's fun. So have fun. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.